Happy Thursday. How you doing? Well, I got to get to the VTH in about an hour, but I got a little bit of time. And then the next few days, leading into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, a lot of things to do. And like I said, we're leaving Tuesday on the 26th, back to Arizona. And I told you pickle sniffers, I said, you're getting a break. You're getting away from me for a week. Now that I think about it, the time leading up until when we leave on Tuesday, after today, tack on these days, we're getting back on the 3rd. January. It's not like we can get off the plane at Logan. I gotta rush over and make a video. Fuck no, my wife comes first. A couple of days settle in, things to do. It might not be till the 5th or the 6th until I feel like doing something again. So it's gonna be about 2 weeks. Lucky you. And you think I don't care. So anyway, I already expressed my holiday wishes to, my friends know. I was on the phone last night, called a few people to do it, in person. I was on the phone with Will and a few other people expressing my holiday wishes for them and their family. We got to talk a little bit, and I always enjoyed talking with them. And the rest of you, I got to do it here, which I will get to, but I want to get to something first that, I always appreciate the input of people that leave comments on things that make me aware of things I'm not aware of. And I was informed of something, and it makes perfect sense to me, because I know there are a lot of events, things that you cannot participate if you don't have a valid driver's license. I know at New England Dragway, you don't have a valid driver's license, you're not getting on that track. One time there was a guy here in the city, he was a well-known racer. He was weekend, he raced bracket. Not like, a big name, but he was known. He was there, almost every weekend he was there. And during weeknights, grudge racing nights on Wednesday nights, that was our favorite night to go up on, grudge racing nights on Wednesdays at that time. And you get to see the same people all the time, you get to know them. And he got parked for a DUI. And his friend was a track worker there. I know every time we went, we had to show when English Town, I know a lot of tracks have closed, and I'm out of the loop with a lot of things. I don't keep up with it because I'm not involved in it anymore, so I don't really care to really need to know everything about it. I know in Arizona, Firebird Raceway closed. Some of what I would call the major tracks. You know, a lot of these 8th mile, I like to call them mom and pop tracks that they're popping up here and there on private land. They get a city permit, and they're very lenient in tech inspection. Let's face it, Sanford's car would never pass tech at New England Dragway. Baby Bottle Rocket would never pass tech. Plus, you don't have a driver's license, so him or his car, even if you want to let someone else drive it, they had a license, that car would not be allowed. I know he even failed tech one time. The only time he took it to a quarter-mile track, he failed tech. They wouldn't let him race it. He failed safety tech with that thing. I guess the guy leaning on the front side, I think bouncing and bouncing and bouncing, no fucking functioning front shocks. It looks like he has shocks, but he drilled them out to get the oil out to save the weight. And how I know is the person that was supposed to be with him called me and told me, so, hey, guess what? Sanford failed tech. He couldn't get his car on the fucking track. They sent him home. Failed tech miserably. So I guess a lot of little 8-mile tracks, they're not very too strict on, safety protocol to begin with a tech inspection, and they'll let you slide if you don't have a license. That's why Sanford sticks to his couple little tracks around there. The very, very, very few times he did go, and came home with a boatload of fucking excuses. But anyway, someone brought to my attention, because I brought up the power tour. I said, well, you don't want to risk, wandering that far from home without a valid driver's license in case he gets into an accident or something. Now you get arrested because you didn't belong on the road to begin with, If you hadn't been behind the wheel there, that accident wouldn't have happened. You wouldn't have got hit. So anyway, he said, I think it goes beyond that, Brian. I don't know all the logistics of it because I didn't care to know about it. I was just more interested in the people that were running their mouth, putting on, oh yeah, I'm going to race you out. Who was going to show up? Who was going to bail? Who was going to be all mouth? Who was going to put up a shut up when it came race day? You know what I'm saying? And we know about Sanford. He thought he was, big time nitro ringer, match racer, like Ivo and Lieberman, Jungle Jim, and Gene Snow and the rest of them. They get paid to show up, race a nobody that they're easily going to beat naturally, and sell hats and t-shirts in the pits all day and make a few bucks themselves, besides getting a nice fat paycheck for showing up, putting panties in the seats, great ticket sales. It's a win-win for the track and for the match racers. So when he was told he couldn't get a bite of that apple, well, I ain't gonna go, you know. And then someone even said, I wonder if maybe part of it was at that track that was being hosted at. They kind of said, well, no, you need a valid driver's license. Maybe they didn't realize that and leading up to race time. There were several contributing factors to why Sanford didn't race there. But anyway, like I said, New England Dragway one time, a guy there, he lost his license for a DUI. And he had a friend who was a track worker there that did tech inspection and credentials, validated credentials. You had to have a valid driver's license and insurance on your vehicle. If it was a street car, I don't know how it is with all our race cars, what the protocol is for that. But even then, besides, in fuel, you need a top fuel license, things of that nature. You needed a valid regular driver's license in the state that you live in. So his friend let him slide, let him race. He got ratted out. People that knew him, hey, talk to an official. Hey, that guy, he ain't got no fucking license. He got popped for DUI. What's he doing on track? Really? Anyway, he was approaching the pits. He was thrown out. Then he ratted out his friend that worked there as an inspector, a track worker. His friend was fired right on the fucking spot. So he brought this up. He said, that power tour, one of the credentials you needed is a valid ID picture driver's license in the state you live in. You don't have one, you can't participate. So even if Sanford wanted to participate, he can't. He would not be allowed. So that clears that up. That's what I was updated on. Now, I already wished a few friends last night on the phone. Happy holiday season. Now to all of you, even you pickle sniffers, yeah. Even you pickle sniffers. Hope you all have a great Christmas. Hope you spend it with friends and family, people that mean the most to you, and your mind isn't thinking about what kind of fucking yak session you're going to have on here on fucking Christmas. You know what I mean? Because you can't live without fucking YouTube. Your whole fucking world revolves around fucking YouTube. I'm trying to end this on a happy note here, but I'm having difficulty. Same goes for New Year's. I wish you all a very good Christmas. I hope you have a great New Year's Eve. Have a safe one. If you must drink, please don't drive. The life you save may be more than just your own. It could be a family member in your car, a child, total stranger on their way home from visiting the people they care about, and they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you run into them. Please don't drive if you're going to drink. Drink it too, well, as they say, what's the legal limit? Well, okay, but if you know you've pounded down a few too many, don't get behind the wheel. And the coming year, I wish you a lot of health and happiness. And I guess that's about it for now. So I'll catch up with you guys in a couple weeks.